Hello and welcome to another video by Aerial Views and Histories UK. My name's Steve and all of the aerial footage from this video was captured by me and my Mavic Pro drone. Stick around until the end to catch a short making of at RAF Stenigot with insights into the equipment I use and how I fly. All the websites used for my research will be linked in the description down below, and at some point I may be reading certain articles directly. So now that's out of the way, let's get started. Well, before even going to RAF Stenigot, I did a little research and I was very surprised at just how little information actually exists for an RAF base that was in operation for more than 50 years. I'm certain that this would have been due to its operations being covered by the Official Secrets Act. Here's what I found out. RAF Stenigot was originally a Royal Air Force base built in 1938 and it operated as a radar station as part of the Chain Home network during World War II. Originally the base didn't have any large dishes, but instead there were 8 aerial towers. 4 of them were receivers and 4 were transmitters. One of these towers remains, as you'll see in the footage as we go along. The remaining radar tower has a Grade 2 listed status, and it remains in use by the RAF Erector School for selection tests of certain candidates. There is a memorial at the top to a former RAF aerial erector. The original towers were supported by low-lying buildings, and I can't find any pictures of all the original towers. So if anyone's watching this and you have pictures, please comment with the links down below to these pictures please, because I would love to see them. During this time the base provided long-range early warnings against air raids by the German Air Force, also known as the Luftwaffe. I did my best to pronounce that right. At the end of World War II, the site remained open as part of the Chain Home network, and in 1955 the base was altered and upgraded to become part of the AVAH programme run by NATO. The ACE in AVAH stood for Allied Command Europe. Its official purpose was a communications relay site, and its main use was to warn against any potential Russian airstrikes, although there are stories of it being used to intercept secret Russian communications, but we'll keep that quiet. Part of the upgrade included adding the 4 parabolic dishes, as can be seen in the video as we go along again. They're now rusting away at the far corner of the base. There are a few pictures of the dishes in their original positions and I will include them here, here and here. These dishes replaced all but one of the original radar towers. The AVAH programme was a tropospheric scatter microwave link system providing an exclusive communications network made up of 49 tropospheric scatter links and 40 line-of-sight microwave links. The entire network spanned from Norway all the way south through Central Europe to Eastern Turkey. There were 5 sites in the UK that were actively part of the AVAH programme. Upon the development of new microwave technology in the 1980s, the tropospheric scatter systems had become redundant, and by the early 90s the stations were closed and shortly followed abandoned. The transmitters for the dishes were housed in a brick building that was situated between the dishes in their original positions. This building still remains and can be seen in the footage, and once again it's quite obvious which building I'm talking about. All of the other buildings, including the old police house and a pillbox fortification, have since been demolished. To this day the base remains fenced off, although on the northwest side is a public thoroughfare, and I'm not kidding, all that stops anyone from entering is a small gate. This site is still managed by the Ministry of Defence, although very tempting to opt the gate and go in, I never went in. This access point has become very popular with urban explorers and drone enthusiasts alike. RAF Stenigot is situated at Stenigot near Donington-on-Bain in Lincolnshire, UK. The rusted dishes as they lay there are quite haunting, and until you stood right close to them you don't realise just how big they are, and they are just a reminder of a not long distant past. They reminded me of the sort of scenery from the game Fallout, so if anyone's watching this and you've played the game Fallout, you'll know exactly what I mean. So thanks for watching the footage. I hope you've learnt something interesting today. Up next is part 2 of the video, where I'll give a small insight into what I do. If you like this extra footage, please let me know in the comments section, and I'll do my best to include something like that on every video. Once again, thanks to Kev, Angie, Lauren, all for being great, and I'll see you soon. So here we are then at RAF Stenigot. We're here today, thanks to my mate Kev for coming along, taking me down here, and Angie as well. Got my missus stood there slightly off camera, and just going to do a little making of, little insight into how I do my videos. So one of the first things people ask me is what kit I use. So just real quick, I'm just going to show you what I actually use. I use the Mavic Pro by DJI. The Mavic Pro 2's out, but this is still a very reliable and capable drone, especially for the price. And it's very compact, it just folds out, and that's how it flies. So I'll catch you in a minute when I'm taking off, and you can see just how that takes place. Okay, so here we are then, I'm about to take off. I got my spotter there looking over the base and checking the sky for anything. Also Kevin's with me as well, he's going to keep an eye out for anything. Just seen a Chinook fly in. You get that? Holy,
that's amazing.
is it coming out? See what I mean? Half a kilometre to a kilometre away, we've waited good 5-10 minutes, waited for that, make sure it's clearly out of the way, and here we go. I'm going to fly it. If I hear anything else, I'm just going to bring it down, bring it back, safe as possible, okay? I did check the maps before I got here just to make sure this was okay airspace to fly. Subscribe.